It's time for the youth to get the ball. Now they're going to steer the wheel. Now that all the experienced ones, the seniors, have spoken, we don't even feel ourselves young once we see them. They're really bright faces. They're full of genius, the digital generation, the representatives of that generation. Ayşegül Kaya will be with us, the R&D project development expert of the TYH Textile. Büşra Karasu from Su Global Textile on sustainability and corporate relations manager. Leon Aydın is a customer representative from Modega Textiles. And actually, this is something praiseworthy for having this session. Ms. Dilek now will take the word to talk with the youth. We have this youth TGSD sustainability platform, which was very exciting for us. I'd like to thank the Hadi Karasu for supporting us. If we want a systemic change, we need to integrate the young generation to the textile industry. So once we get together with them, we have decided on our system, and we decided that the circular democracy should be our slogan or direction. And instead of purchase, use, and discard, we are now focusing on buy, purchase or buy, and use and reuse and recycle. In a very short time, we have chosen focal points for us, and our friends worked on that. And now I would like to have two rounds in this panel to Leon, Ayşegül, and Büşra. I would like to first ask why the young TGSD excites them and why did they join this group? Shall we start with you, Leon? Okay, for me, young TGSD is very important to realize, to play the major role in future. That's why it has been established. We can have active exchange of ideas, we support each other, and we can execute the changes that we dream of. And when it's our turn, the very valuable legacy of the current and previous managers and directors of TGSD can be put into practice. I think I will talk about our biggest motivation. First of all, our own future and also the future of all the youth. That's why we need to work on sustainability all together. This is our motivation in our team. Thank you so much. Büşra? I want to talk about my own experience. This is many friends that I have chose to work in private industry, and they want to work in companies that they will have more say. Actually, this young THCD shows us that bringing these together is possible. They will show us the way. We will learn from you, and they say, let's work together to make this industry sustainable. We have a forward thinking, and it's important to get the support of our uh, seniors. I would like to thank everyone who make this possible for us. many young friends of mine to work on sustainability. We entered this industry. This is the kind of ideals that we have, and the people who share this ideal, who have this goal with high motivation, we can do this all together. In textile and ready-made uh, industry, we don't only have the industrialists, there are the retailers and marketers and lots of very valuable foreigners from abroad are with us, and their door is open to these people as well. Okay, we open our doors to everyone. You can work with us on the areas that we focus.
So, Ayşegül, can you walk us through on which subjects you will focus on moving forward? Sure. As the young TGSD, we discussed this thoroughly and identified a lot of topics, and in the near future we will start working on them and we will share the results. As you know, the sources are limited now, and in order to have a planet to live on, we have to make progress on sustainability. This is an indispensable effort for us. And as we all know, fashion and ready-wear industry shall do whatever responsibility they bear. In textile, for example, sustainability parameters are important so that the companies can monitor and measure themselves. So us as the youngs focus on the indices to see unmet needs, and we decided to come up with guidelines. And in the coming periods, as the youth, we want to improve that guideline and share the results. And Büşra, what areas will you focus on? I think we have a minor problem. So let's continue with Leon. Okay, so let's continue with Leon. Yeah, in a sustainable business model, I will focus on customers, the expectations. Post-COVID era will be my focus points. And with the customer behavior sustainable model, I will focus on this new era, this new generation of customers from X or Y generation. And this customer, these generations of customers really emphasize sustainability and being environmentally friendly. They put importance on traceability. They really mind the materials that are used during production. So ethical aspects are important for them, and that is why companies must be transparent. And because this pandemic changed customer behaviors, customers now have to reset everything. So in terms of sustainability, companies can now fulfill their promises, they can change, they can adapt, because it's a great time to do all of this. So I will focus on creating awareness and disseminating it and expanding it. Okay, thank you so much. It's a great subject. It's a great area to focus on. Is Büşra back? Büşra, can you hear us? Yes, I can. Well, we want to hear your project as well. So the floor is yours. Okay, yeah. Sorry for that technical difficulty, but I think you can follow me now. Yeah. Okay. So I want to share some statistics that is also related to my focus as well. More than 99% of the materials used in the ready-made industry cannot be reused. So it is a huge loss. So that's why we need a model that focuses on recycling and reusing. This is our focus because apparels and clothing are collected and are not collected and sorted and reused. So that is why we have to incentivize this model. We need support and cooperation both on the public and on the private side. And also, the UN's sustainability goals. We need new partnerships. We need to disseminate responsible consumption, and we need representatives to advocate these issues. And in order to collect the clothes properly, we need standardization. What is a used piece of clothing? When is it regarded as a waste? We need to inform society. And all collected items should be sorted and they have to be coded. The material and the chemical compounds of a product should be coded, and that is why we need standardization. And this will actually also create traceability as well. So such an ecosystem can also support and feed technical revolution as well. And maybe we can find new ways to transform. But of course, the actual goal here is to have recycling in clothing, and we have to increase the percentage of reusing and upcycling because oh, the percentage of the upcycled materials should increase. And like I said, we need new models for this, and maybe we will, if we can come up with some standards like a minimum ratio of upcycled materials used per piece of clothing, that would be great. Okay, thank you so much. Now we will have a short break because this is the end of the first part of our session. We will shortly continue with the second part of this session. Mr. Lake, thank you so much. I am so proud of the young. They are the uh, clear and bright minds of the Turkish future. We focus on FX, the bonds, and everything at Bloomberg HD on a daily basis. But the young here discussed and addressed different but very valuable topics. I feel so relieved that the young is so aware and competent.